Few people would go to an exotic location for their vacation and include a school as one of their tourist destinations. But I would. You see, Almaty used to be a business trip destination for me before I retired, and my former business contact, but now good friend, is the headmaster of a wonderful school in Almaty. Just look at the beautiful, ideal location of this school. It's now nearly double the size as it was when this photo was taken, and now has about 2,500 pupils. Actually, it's divided into three schools: an English language school, a Kazakhstan language school, and a Russian language school. By this I mean that these are the languages used to teach all of the subjects. I was always, and still am, amazed at how smart these kids are and how well adjusted. Their school is truly preparing them for a life anywhere in the world. Here's the front of the main school here. See a big Tamas education, Kazakhstan flag flying. Well, it's summertime here, so they have a lot of repair works and different projects going on. So it's hard to get a good idea, but it's surrounded by hills and surrounded by mountains. Kind of an ideal location to learn, I think, in my opinion. I guess over there is a kindergarten they're building. Quite huge, actually. Okay, I'm in Astana, which is one of the two capitals of Kazakhstan. Like, it's the old capital, Central Asian city, about 2 million people. And I'm in front of a place called the Zeloni Bazaar, which means like the green bazaar, green market. So this is like the type of place where you would see people selling all kinds of fruits and vegetables and nuts. And we figured, since it's Central Asia, that there might be a lot of the kind of cool looking exotic things that we might pick up in here. So Tanya's in there now. I'm not in there because I'll be honest with you, I hate bazaars. I hate walking around the hustle and bustle and the whatever. But Tanya's used to that because in Russia, that's how they used to do all their grocery shopping, like when I first arrived here. But lots of people, and these are all some outdoor booths. It looks to be mainly indoor booths, although I don't know. This is a very, very, very big one, it's my understanding. I'll talk again after Tanya comes out and tell you a little bit more about what was in there. But I'm going to be filming several things now from Almaty. That's where we are for about a week. I love it. It's a great city. So I've forgotten the name of the park. I'll list it. But it was named after a Russian commander in World War II who oversaw his unit was all Uzbeks and Kazakhs. So these little monuments of about everywhere you go. Most of them are people, either Uzbek or Kazakhs, who died in the Second World War. Some of them aren't, but the date 1941 figures pretty predominantly, so they died early on in the war, actually. People sometimes aren't aware of how many people from the former Soviet Union died in that war. It was a total of about 24 million. So it touched every family. You can just look at the different faces on this war memorial. Different Kazakh faces, Russian faces, Uzbek faces, all the sculptures. Very big sculpture. Due to Russian sanctions, my American Visa debit card won't work anywhere in Russia. I mean, not even at an ATM. And unfortunately, this is where my pension is deposited into that account. So while we're in Kazakhstan, we're using that card exclusively, and we're living it up like royalty. There's nothing like forced savings to increase the balance of your bank account. The girls needed school clothes. Also, they needed some more summer clothes. And Tanya needed a number of things. We're speaking about shopping items. Now, as for me, I picked up a pair of shorts and 2 polo shirts, and I'm all set. And just a parenthetical note, as some of you know, trying to buy larger size clothes can be a real pain sometimes. Stores have very, very limited selection in the larger sizes. So I found a place, or Tanya found a place near our hotel called 3 Fat Men. It sounds pretty terrible, but it's actually the name of a Russian fairy tale. Well, in there they had great selection of clothes. They had very great quality, and all different sizes, so it was great. I bought the 3 things I needed, and that's enough to keep me going for the next several years. It felt like Christmas to me in there. I became familiar with the large malls in Almaty, needless to say, and since I already bought the 3 things I needed, I had plenty of time to kill, and I killed this by taking video, which I'm going to show you now. But don't worry, I've condensed it all down to less than 2 minutes. So just sit back and watch. This is just inside of one of the large shopping malls in Almaty, called Mega Mall. I think maybe my point of the video is to show that malls are the same all over the world. Doesn't matter where you are. And this is kind of a cool, I'm not going to call it a sculpture, but it's something made of metal, because Kazakhstan, it's a horse culture. They were horse warriors. Genghis Khan, the whole crew. Funny thing, well, it's not a funny thing about here. It's pretty much anywhere, I guess. It's just all the same stores and all this. The malls look very similar. It's all the same stores. I mean, figure this is Kazakhstan. His two main languages, Kazakh and Russian. Every one of these places, if you look, all English language names, and many of them all very familiar to you. Coming up, one of my stores that I actually like, and that's Columbia. I just always like Columbia clothes, Columbia coats, everything else. They're not the cheapest, but they hold up. iPhone 13 signs everywhere.